comma, gotta get it. And this is pause it for the comma and a comma and a comma, got it. Comma and a comma and a comma, got it. Get it, comma and a comma, gotta get it. And this is pause it for the comma and a comma and a comma, got it. Comma and a comma and a comma, got it. Get it, comma and a gotta get it. And this is pause it for the comma and a comma and a comma, got it. Comma and a comma and a comma, got it. Get it, comma and a comma, gotta get it. And this is pause it for the comma and a comma and a comma, got it. Comma and a comma and a comma, got it. Get it, comma and a
and gentlemen, let's go! Boom! What's up, my G's? Good to see you again. Yes, sir. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the live streams. A beautiful Friday. Friday evening for myself. It's probably afternoon or maybe even morning for you. It's one of these days, man. It's one of these news trades. You know what I mean? These days happen. Sometimes we have to trade the news. Sometimes we have to do something a little bit more wild. Of course, with a little bit of backbone. But most importantly, you know, also a little bit of fun today. Okay? Hope you guys are doing well. Let's make it happen. You guys are absolutely fantastic. I'm extremely happy with the community. And the commitment and the growth and everything that we have been seeing here. Okay, I want to do a couple of shout outs to a couple of guys in our community. I'll do this later on because they've been killing it. They show me their track records based upon LTA and they've been killing it. So it's really nice to see that. I'm very happy, very delighted. Let's put on a tune. There we go. All right. Yes, sir. Perfect. Let's see what we have with us, man. As always, this time on a beautiful Friday. That's how it goes. We have Nilam trades. Nilam. We have Grant. We have Lord Blanket, as always. Mike. Yeah. Dr. Finbar. Juan. Jolene. Murillo, yes, man. Razvan, Marco, Cash Party. I see Carl. Man, the fam is back. The fam is back. Make sure you smash that like button. Let's get these likes up. We're at 400 likes. That's always good from the beginning. Okay. All right. Stick to trading, not singing. Yeah, I agree. I can't help myself sometimes, though. Sasha, Christian, man, let's fucking go. Let's make it happen. All right. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna set up a new trade for the NFP. Only when I see something that's actually has potential. I'm not just gonna randomly enter a buy or sell. Of course, I know the risk that implies when trading news. I of course understand completely that anything can happen throughout the news as well. So we're still working with probabilities. I never place a market order. I would never go market long or short. I'm also not a big fan of sell stops and buy stops. But what I am, really liking usually when trading news, particularly when it makes sense, is sell limits or buy limits, okay? And I'll tell you exactly why. So, let's do our quick analysis here. And after the news, of course, we go back to regular trading, the way we usually trade, the way we always analyze the markets and stuff. Entry models we're looking for in this particular moment, okay? When we're looking for new setups, new trades in particular, and there are always a couple things that I'm interested in personally. And that is, you know, these swing high points and these swing low points. Okay, I'm willing to utilize risk, or, you know, at least to risk a little bit, not full risk, half risk, I would say, and go into some of these trades here whenever I get the opportunity, whenever, you know, I see some of these swing highs or lows play out here. Okay, so let's talk about it real quick. All right, I got my notebook ready. Let's talk about it, and then we have like what, news in like 12 minutes, so that's the perfect timing. And then after that, we'll see how it goes after. Okay, we'll see how it goes after, you know, back to some serious stuff here. So anyways, let me know if you guys are ready. Type in a yes in the chat. Type in a yes in the chat if you're ready for some action today. If you're ready for some, you know, some talk, some charts, some, you know, summaries, I could better say. Fantastic. Okay. Let's go. So anyways, we have the new NFP, right? Asia, London, we had a consolidation and we had a breakout, okay? We had a consolidation throughout Asia here. We started to break out, you know, practically, you know, when the market opened up here, if we look at the indicator here, you can see that directly from the moment we opened the market, we had that consolidation breakout to the upside right here, right? That's kind of what we're seeing here. We have been trending upwards already since, of course, Tuesday. Okay, this is when we started to break out of this initial range, leading into Wednesday, Thursday, a lot of consolidation, of course, in combination with Wednesday, and now we're pushing up one more time. We're pushing up again. Okay, so gold has been moving up in anticipation of the news. We are close in taking out the previous swing highs at 23.69. So 23.69 are these highs. These highs are not taken out yet until now. Okay, price is moving up a little bit, but the previous highs here of this swing point right there has not been taken out yet. So what I'm looking for is, of course, to manipulate that, to take out these highs here and get into this range, okay? This particular range right here. All right, that's what I'm looking for. So the next swing high is around 23.72. That's the point of control of that range. The area where the most volume has been traded. So that's usually a nice key level to potentially look for trades from. This swing high and low formation spikes my interest due to its collapse from the previous NFP day. So we have to take consideration that this also was the NFP day. Right here, by the way. Kind of ironic, but we're back exactly there at the NFP day. Also, one more time, okay? That was that whole 700 or 800 pip move to the downside. This is where the NFP came along, but this move previously was also indeed from, you know, the NFP day, something to do with China, at least that's what they say, right? China, blah, blah. Anyways, that's that range, right? So the dollar has been bearish for the last days, 4 days in a row. Dollar has been coming down. So you can see clearly that the dollar has been coming down here, tanking over the last 4 days. And gold, of course, has been moving up, right? So what you can see clearly right now, if you take this to the hourly time frame, okay, let's take this to the hourly, and let's take this to the hourly, okay, and let's invert the dollar, all right? We could say, we could definitely conclude that the correlation is pretty reasonable, right? It's pretty reasonable right now at the moment. We had this stop out here. This was at July 3rd at 10 a.m. We saw that here happening as well, the July 3rd at 10 a.m. Right, price started to move up and then it started to come down, right? Keep in mind, there's an inverted chart right here. So practically the same move we have seen with the dollar. So the correlation, pretty reasonable. All right, the correlation pretty strong right now at this particular moment between the dollar and between gold. Now, what is interesting here is the following, okay? Of course, the dollar has been bearish for the last 4 days consistently, but now we're reaching, finally, critical levels of support here, okay? This has been taken, what, 4 days? We have been finally coming down towards this low, right as when the NFP is coming very near. And you can see clearly that we have been holding that major support right now, right there. So the dollar has kind of reached its short-term destiny. The question is, are we going to continue down? If that, we're most likely going to get stopped out on my trade. I will probably get stopped out immediately. But there is a chance if we flip bullish and this candle flips, right? This daily candle, which is not, you know, has not really a strong top break either. But if we're reaching that zone and we might flip bullish here, I do believe there is a chance that if the dollar continues down, that we come up and we push further down, right? There are big chances that we push up, we trade back into the range and we come down again. If that's the idea of the dollar as well, I see this as completely reasonable. Now, next to that, of course, We also right support as well here after coming down aggressively, leaving that gap here as well. That gap was filled later on. Okay, so we have also the daily support from the 10-year yield at this particular moment. Right. Yes, I think we're good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, summary. What I said was, I think gold manipulating the highs, the 10-year yield, okay, also reached a destiny, also reached a daily support. Okay, I'm not sure what you guys are missing, what you guys have missed. I think it's good now. All right. It should be good. Fantastic. Okay, so anyways, the combination of the dollar, the correlation with the dollar and gold, the 10-year yield, these are all serious things I'm looking into now at this particular moment. I want to see, of course, the highs getting taken out, and I want to tap into this range. Now, the last thing about that range right now is the following. If you go to the daily time frame for gold, particularly the daily time frame for gold right here, then you can see as well the following. We have the daily resistance there as well. Okay. Sitting at 2376. All right. So 2376 right there, tapping into it. Potentially is a big chance right now. And also there is definitely a chance that if gold pushes up, that there is a chance that gold flips down. We have seen this so many times when price comes up in news, heavy news events, price starts to consolidate, right? It doesn't take out the lows. It pushes up, it taps into a key level, it manipulates a previous swing point, okay? So let's say it manipulates this swing point, it comes up into a bigger swing point, right? It gets rejected there at daily resistance, and it just fails to break and it collapses. All right, that's the trade I'm willing to look for to start taking out the lows, okay? So manipulating the highs, coming up in that zone, the fixed PSC is our key level. We base this around volume. We have the daily resistance there. Stop loss will be a little bit wider, of course, above it, and then I'm looking for that continuation down. So that's the conclusion. I said I'm willing to set the limit order at 2372 with a relatively bigger stop as long as my RR is positive, risking my usual 2% news related. I want to see gold moving up before the news. And if news comes out and price reverses down instantly without pushing up first, I will also directly close my limit order. Okay, I'll also directly close my limit order in order to prevent bullish flips again, because I don't like that. I don't like when price comes down and then it flips bullish, because then I'm not as confident for this particular setup. It's very specific. I'm really interested in only seeing, gold creating that reaction to the upside and an immediate flip towards the downside right here. That's what I'm willing to look for. And that's the reason why I placed that position right there, okay? So I entered at 2372.8. My stop is at 2284. It's a bigger stop. It's news. I need to give it some room, but I target the lows of the range. The lows of that consolidation. And that's what I'm initially looking for. So when you put everything together, it's still news. There is no certainty. But when I see these setups in these particular swings, I'm always willing to risk it due to its volume, due to its nature, and due to what I've personally experienced before. So if it doesn't play out, it doesn't play out. I can't force it. I have no idea how we could. But what we know is that after the news, regardless, we can start looking at the anticipation of the outcome and look for other potential trade setups as well. All right. That's it. For the rest, last thing, I missed something. Yeah. All right. Buy side liquidity or sell side liquidity below, right? Also, constantly left behind. Also here, by the way, constantly left behind. I'm not really happy with this one also, right? This one right here, constantly left behind. I mean, we're building up something. And the dollar itself right now has reached that zone. And, if you take the dollar to the lower time frames, to like the 15-minute, right, the dollar has been just trending down, now reaches the daily support. So at least an expansion up before potentially pushing down, whatever, would help me tremendously. So if price comes down and shoots up, gold is going to potentially push up and shoot down. Okay, so So that's the only reason. So yeah, man. Also, it's time to have some fun, but it's you know, it's not all based on nothing, on just random. We really try to understand the correlations, and but we also know that we have no control over news at all, right? Or at least much less control than we will have when we're trading regular setups, even though it's always a probability. Then why not just also risking like whatever 2%, which is fine. So yeah, very important that if you join the next streams next week, that you come out early, because I'm gonna be very brief. I'm gonna be very serious now with these analysis right here. I really want to take things to the next level with you guys, and I really want to make sure that you guys are updated perfectly before the stream. Okay, you can always draw your own conclusion, but at least you have an you know, maybe a little bit of an epiphany moment at the beginning. So if you can come at the beginning of the stream, then I highly recommend to, you know, to do so. All right. Yeah. 3 minutes left. Get your sunglasses ready. Yeah, always, man. Always. Since I bought new $10 sunglasses, you know, I lose them, so I never buy Cartiers. Cartiers are not for me. I lose glasses. I break glasses. No. So, yeah, man, I needed something new. I needed something new. Okay. Miguel says, I'm 36 hours without sleep, 10 bottles of Monster Energy. Damn, that's, you know, that's impressive, G. That's impressive. Smash says, stop, loss hit and flip. I hope not, my friend. I hope not. Please don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. just don't do this. Don't do this to me. We have some really good news, by the way, for the people in our private VIP, in our community. Our report is coming out later today. I'm going to show you exactly what this report includes. So yeah, I'm going to show this on the stream as well. You're going to love it. It's a fundamental report, a full breakdown. Everything that you need to know about gold. From my fundamental standpoint. All right? Your direction. Okay. Stay safe. Don't risk too much. It's news. Be careful. Know what you're willing to lose. Don't go full margin. Like a degen. We're not in crypto land. Okay? Good luck, G's. And if you drop... Oh, no, shit. We dropped. We dropped. We dropped, fam. We dropped. We dropped. We had to close it. Unfortunately... Yeah, we dropped. We dropped. Like we said. If news comes out and price reverses down instantly, I also directly close my limit order to prevent bullish flips. Okay? That's not a good sign. Bullish flips, I'm not a fan of sell limits when you flip bullish. Okay? Yeah. Even though price came down, what? 200 pips. 200 pips. Dollar shoot up then. It shoot up, it came down. Yeah. We were waiting for that. Look at the 10-year. Shoot up. It filled up that gap. And it came down. Wow. Wow. Gap fill done. What's the outcome? I want to see the news outcome as well here. 206. 206, okay. Interesting though, because kind of moving aggressively. Now, limit orders cancelled, fam. That you guys know it, right? If you shoot down, then we cannot take the trade. Because if price flips bullish, you don't want to enter a sell with a bottom wick like that. All right, it makes sense. That's why we always avoid these type of scenarios here. And even if you were market, man, this was a split of a second. A split of a second. I'm wondering if you were able to make profits or gain profits or take profits. I wonder if it was actually possible here, to be honest. Because this was really fast. This was really fast. Rafal said the current weekly value area high to the pip. Shout out to Rafal for seeing that, spotting that. Let's confirm that. Let's confirm if he's right. Let's confirm if Rafal is right. Current weekly value area high. You use the indicator, you draw the fixed range volume profile. Volume basis measures the volume of the whole week. This is indeed the value area high. And it's still the current week, right? It's from the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And holy moly. Holy moly. Holy moly. Yeah, Rafal, you're a G. Thank you for sharing. Indeed. Yeah, it would have been either one of those, to be honest. Either one of those. It would have been either this one, or it would have been either one. So either a buy limit or a sell limit. But the reason why I chose a sell limit was just because of the dollar being negative for so long. And just the anticipation of the dollar retracing a little bit further up before moving down again. So, no man, this is indeed crazy. But Rafal, you're a sharp guy. Very nice. Well spotted, my friend. Well spotted. Well spotted. Yeah. Now, that's a serious swipe of these lows here. So, of course, we're not looking for sells now. I mean, my sell limit would have been at 23.72 here, but you know, I'm not going to risk it when the candle flips bullish. No way, no way. Key levels don't lie. I agree. Key levels don't lie. That's why we don't. That's why we use them. However, I wonder if you would have placed a limit order. I wonder if you would have got tapped into your position. To be honest, what do you think? I think you would have missed out on a pip. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. Yeah. It was really fast. I couldn't control my risk trade. Exactly, my man. Yeah, I thought so. So it's really hard to take profits because it went really fast. Really fast. Yeah, man. Damn. Okay. All right. Well, we're back. Yeah, let price just chill and do its thing a little bit here before we can move along. Okay. But apparently, you would say that like the outcome itself was interesting, but the unemployment rate itself came out worse, and that's an important outcome. All right, important data to take consideration. Okay. But man, holy man. The daily resistance got tapped. We knew we have the daily resistance there, so do take that in consideration. The daily resistance is getting tapped right now at the moment. Whew. It missed my buy by 3 pips. Damn. All right. Okay. All right. I went for a sell. Couldn't even get my stop loss in. Lost 100 pounds, but got back 50 and another buy. Okay. Okay. Wow, that was really fast then. I mean, I'm not sure even if the slippage, I mean, would no. Well, if you were not greedy and you would immediately press sell and close your position, then I do believe you could have made some money. But it's tough. It's not easy. It's not easy. I know how it is. I know how it is. If your server even allows it in general, right? So it's usually slippage that's gonna, you know, not be a little bit in your favor here. You know, 2 seconds was already too long. Would have been too long. 2 seconds. I think it was like 2 seconds. Yeah. The move itself was massive. So, yeah, there was like a, you know, it came down, it opened up. It dropped 178 pips and it reversed 100 pips. So the total move was around 270 from down and up together. Combined. So, yeah, very strong. But, of course, I'm not going to take a sell limit. I'm not going to keep my sell limit open, let's say, when price comes down, takes out all the lows, and it reverses bullish. There's just no way. Bro, what now? Well, I would not be surprised if we would be ending up in the range. Literally. We started to close potentially in the range itself. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised whatsoever. So you want to, you know, you want price to develop a little bit more before you can, you know, continue for buys or sells, whatever the case may be, especially in the middle of the range. And also the dollar itself has to show its true essence now, because it came down, it came up, and now it's it came up, it came down, and now it's coming back up again. So this hourly candle closure is going to be, you know, very crucial for the dollar as well. Not just the hourly, the 4 hourly, which is going to come a little bit later on. But, yeah. Yeah, wow. Your sell would have been good. Nah, but you get it, right? But, G, you get it. You understand why. Where do you think gold is headed, up or down? So it depends on how this dollar closes. If the dollar closes bullish right now, let's say, just like that, swiping the lows and pushing further up, then, you know, I don't think this is going to benefit gold whatsoever. No. So, yeah, I would not be surprised if gold will potentially push down again, or somewhat closes its kind of indecisive. We have seen this many times before. Then it comes down to one direction to fill up that wick, and then it could still reverse. We have seen this also, right? So let's say the closes the hourly candle neutral, and it comes down to take out the lows, or it comes down to fill up a wick on either side. Then there is also a chance of a reversal play. But based upon the dollar and the closure of the dollar, you know, I would much rather lean towards downside. Once again. Right? Keep in mind, we're still below this range. So we're still below this range that created that massive low. So if you would take out and clean up everything now, and you take this to like the 2 hour, all right? This is still the low that's holding now, right? This is still the low that we've been talking about in the previous stream as well, where we said that this is the low where we wanted to look out for, the 2372. And this high right here is still a very crucial high. It's very hard and tough to break this high as well here, in combination with that daily resistance we talked about, right? The daily resistance is right here, and you can see how it tapped in perfectly multiple times now. 1, 2, 3, and you're reacting from it. So in order for us to, like, let's say, look for short setups, the dollar needs to close bullish, and gold needs to show at least somewhat of structure on the lower time frame before moving further. But man, that was that was a serious move. Do you use the COT data? Yes, we do, but this doesn't really make sense for you as a scalper or a day trader. Okay, that does not really make too much sense, unless you are at critical zones on the higher time frame. But no, the commitment of trading reports is fantastic. It's great. It's a great insight. But you want to understand what smart money, let's say, is doing. But you don't want to base your 15-minute bias on the CT data. Samuel says, no news trade for me, but I got a clean dollar-yen trade from an entry model 1 from the previous weekly value high in London, closing the week in style. Samuel, if that's the case, my G, share it in our community, bro. Share it in Discord, and we can review it. All right? We can review it. Let's make it happen. So yeah, let's. I'm gonna wait for this for the 4-hour closure now, which is in like 20 minutes. See how it goes here. Because yeah, what do you want to do here on the 5-minute? Price needs to close. Price needs to develop. MJ says I had a sell limit at 23.74. So you held the trade? All right. Yeah, for me personally, it's too risky when I see price shooting down and then aggressively moving up, taking out the lows, and then I've seen many times personally, this is from my personal experience, that you come down to take out the lows and you just start to drive further. So it's not always the case, but at these particular moments, that's just a rule for myself always when I trade news, that I immediately close my position. If I'm not triggered into my position yet, of course. Yeah. Yeah, so news, let's wait for that hourly close. Same for the dollar, by the way. You want to really see where this dollar is going to close, how it's going to close. Because we know that it's at daily support. We know it's at a very important level. So anything above this zone would be nice, would be very good for us. For gold to move down. But yeah, that's something that we have to wait for. $206.4.1. Gotcha. All right. Ooh, look at the pushing. It will probably have a hard time around this zone. It will probably have a hard time here. Ryan Banks has lost 6k. NFP is crazy. Yeah. Well, this is news, my friend. This is common. We're used to it. We're used to aggressive price movements. What is your take on news? Is it favorable for gold or not? Now, in this essence, I would say it's actually not. It's kind of neutral. And you can kind of see this also in the, in the overall outcome here. That the dollar doesn't know what to do now. So does gold, right? We came down, we came up, we came down. We're practically just range, right? So we're neutral. And based upon this mixed news outcome as well here, it's kind of reflected in the chart at the moment. Yeah. Yeah. Ronak says volume is king. Volume is king, my friend. No way, my G. No way, my G. No way, my G. Yeah, this guy did some LTA magic. If I'm correct. Current weekly very high. The current weekly very high. He utilized the fixed range volume profile. He drew his key levels. Didn't you post this earlier, my friend? When did you post this? You posted this today. Damn. Yeah. It would have either been a buy limit there or a sell limit there. But hey, bro, my plot to you, my friend. LTA. That's an LTA king right there. All right, love it, love it. That's how you sniper entries right there. Didn't enter it on the real account. Okay, doesn't matter. Fine. And I appreciate your transparency. I appreciate your transparency, but it's dope. It's dope to see. Okay. Beautiful. Johnny says LTA performance 24th of June till the 3rd of July. On the futures account, I made a couple of mistakes. My win rate is above 70%. Let's see. Gross P&L $9,000. 66.6%. Profit trades 13, losing trades 3.8. Good. That's like what, a 4 profit factor 4? Yeah. Largest winning streak 3,000. Okay, good job, my man Johnny. I know you're watching, my friend. Congrats. Amazing, amazing work. You're putting in so much work, my friend. So yeah, man. You're trading the Nasdaq, right? Nasdaq, Dow Jones. Key levels, bro. Volume is king, my G. Yeah, keep it up, bro. Keep it up. Keep it up. Beautiful. Yeah, think about that. Johnny was one of our first in our community 2 years ago. And ever since we released LTA, like what? 10 weeks ago? 9 weeks ago? Like 2 months ago. A little bit over 2 months ago. He started to drastically make more money. So I'm very happy for you, my friend. I'm very happy for you because I know, you know, where you came from. Yeah, keep it up. Lawrence says transparency is one of the most important things in trading. He killed it with executing LTA key levels though. Yes, he did. He did. Because indeed it tapped into the current week very high. Yeah, that would have been the other way around. If the dollar would potentially spike up immediately and reverse down. And if I had the top process, then I would have probably taken that same trade from that same level. But I saw a different. I see price of the dollar. I see a little bit of a bigger pullback for the dollar. So I have much more downside for gold in mind. And even though we came down at first, we flipped up and now we're neutral. We're now practically back at where we came from, where we opened the candle. So that's why we have to wait for that closure. Yes. Lorenz, when you mark up support and resistance, is it better to use lines or boxes? Some people say boxes are better because supply zones are not specific areas and others say otherwise. So the difference, bro, and this is a great point. The difference between a horizontal support level or resistance level and a volume key level is that the volume key levels are 90% more accurate. Here. Luck, this is not just random. This happens all the time. The guys in our community know this. The guys on YouTube that are familiar with LTA know this. They've been testing it out for themselves. They know how effective these levels are. You don't need boxes for it because these levels are just extremely accurate. You need entry model confirmations based upon candle structure. That's what we're looking for once you tap into your zone. So instead of working with boxes, right, big boxes, this is just 2 key levels combined, which is kind of a different story. You can use your key level and you can use candle formations to look for your entry and your stop loss. So your stop loss will be above or below the previous candle, let's say, when you enter. Okay. Yeah, hope that makes sense. So that's why we use the volume profile. If you are familiar and completely new to it, I created an ebook for you, which is free for everyone. It's in the description. Okay. It shows you how every single metric, the way we use it. We use time and price sometimes, but we mainly use also just structure and price as well. Depends on what type of profile we draw and utilize it. So how to find this exact key level? Well, what you do is this. 30-minute time frame. Okay. Use the limitless LTA concept session breaks indicator. It's right here. You can get it in our Discord. You click on the link. You go to the top. Click on LTA indicator. You add this one to your favorite indicators. You'll have it in like a split of a second. Okay, and it shows you the opening price and each individual trading day. And for the Dow Jones traders or the Nasdaq traders, we also have, of course, the New York Stock Exchange as well here in between that. So you don't need to use this, or we don't need to use this, but for the people that trade the stock market, or sorry, the equity market as well, right? The indexes as well. It's going to be useful. So in this particular moment, we have the Monday here. We know exactly now each and individual day what happened. Every day we know what happened to. Okay, so this is the Monday, right? We consolidated, we moved up. This is the Tuesday. See how we held above this opening price of the week constantly, right? The opening price and the previous opening price. We shot up on a Wednesday. That was the breakout. Thursday, consolidation. Friday, NFP, right? So you can really nicely see each individual day without having to look for it, okay? So it just made it easier for you like this to find it in the way you want to do it. I don't make it too obvious. I don't like it. I like to keep my charts clean. I don't want to have it too, too filled up with all kinds of shit. But at this particular moment, you have these days here. Then we use a tool to measure the volume of the trading week. And we always use the tool now based upon the previous 4 days. So because we have already 4 days open and close, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, opening and close, we now use the fixtures volume profile to draw it from the left to the right. You get your levels and you have your fixed value or your current weekly value area high. This could turn into the previous weekly value high next week. For now, it's the current weekly value high, and price stepped into it and it shoot up. Okay. In this case, play around with it, backtest it, and see for yourself. That's all I can say, man. Test it out. Test it out. Yeah? Beautiful. And then we have the daily receipts as well. All right. So what's happening? Yeah, we're pushing up still. So we're pushing up. We're still holding up very, very nicely. Please explain fundamentally today's news, Lorenzo. Fundamentally. So we have right now seen that the unemployment rate came out higher than expected. Okay, that should actually be not that great for the dollar if you look at it from this angle. Okay, This is about the people that are unemployed, but that are able to work. So they're registered in the workforce, in the labor market, but they're unemployed, but they're looking for work. Okay? If it's 4%, and now it's 4.1%, that means that's 0.1% higher than the previous data release. Okay? In regards to non-farm payrolls, this is about the employment. This is the kind of the opposite. Okay? It measures the non-farm payrolls, the people that are employed during the previous month, excluding the farming industry. All right, so in that sense, came out much better than expected. So it's kind of like it's balancing each other out. That's what you can see, and you can see it in the charts as well. I think the big sell for the dollar will come once we come up to the highs again. Cracks in data is showing. Yeah, I can kind of see the same thing happening potentially. That's why I'm very, cautious now with the dollar, because I do believe there is a chance of a potential bigger reversal. At least I would not exclude this from my bias, let's say. But it depends where we close and how we close it, man. In the short term. Okay. Yeah. Oh, man, that level was crazy though. Now I'm looking at it. Which is the next bullish target for gold. So if gold decides to break through all these major levels, then I don't think that anything is really stopping us from getting up higher. Yeah, if that's the scenario, then I think 24 is not that far away, But again, after each high, let's say you take out a high. After a major high getting taken out, you usually see somewhat of a reaction from it. So, when this high gets manipulated, I'm surprised also, right? It all depends on the dollar now, the strength of the dollar itself. Correlation has been outstanding, so that's not always the case. So we should be happy with that, because it just gives you much better insights in what gold might do when the dollar and gold correlation is clean. Yeah, let me fix my microphone. Let's see if it... Yeah, let's see if that helps. Thanks. Now, so we are still below the fixed POC, but man, this looks strong, right? Like, we cannot neglect the strength of the of gold right now, especially not when you swipe the lows. If you come down into this range again, yeah, we just pay very close attention to what will happen inside the range. So the 4 hour has closed officially, and the first thing that the 4 hour does is coming down. That doesn't imply weakness to me. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't imply weakness to me. So, no. Man, the yield already tapped into that next layer. Yeah, it's definitely starting to slow down. Nasty wick. Yeah, I agree. It is a nasty wick. We're talking 200 pips almost, right? So yeah, that's a nasty bottom wick. Yeah. Yeah, that's very nasty. That's very nasty. So just to clarify, we're still below that daily resistance now. So this is the daily resistance. Why do I mark this out? I think it's important based upon the higher time frames, especially the dailies, you can just see clearly that we have been reacting from this level many times over, and that there might be a hard level to break. All right, so regardless of price pushing up now, you really start to see, you really want to see closures above the 2376 if you want to look for continuation. Yeah. Can you check the Nasdaq, Lorenzo? Yes. Please also share me what you think. Share me your setups, please, in our community, in our group. Okay, important. Share me your setups here in the LTA forum if you're in. Okay. Yeah, please, please do. We can talk about it. Yeah, it's still strong. Like we're losing momentum now, but it's still holding up very well. We held above this level. Okay, which is right here. This is the most important level. The 20,201 for the Nasdaq on the Wanda, at least. Yeah, closures below here will be very interesting. Like hourly closures below this level will be very interesting. Like you said, but it's cool. It's interesting. You see that entry model? I see what you mean, but I mean, you know, you have to, yeah, okay, you have to very high here. But that's just because it's the high. That's it. So for the rest, nah, closure below will be good. See from there. You have to see it happen first, because it's we're definitely not there yet. Maybe it holds above, you know, who knows? If it does hold above though, then it's also interesting at the same time, but you have to then make sure that the dollar indeed decides to confirm its break below, or you confirm this with the volatility index. Okay, explain how you got the daily resistance. Yes, so the daily resistance comes from multiple touch points. You know, pretty straightforward, right? We tend to use this from a daily standpoint, especially in a bigger consolidation range. When the market is trending, I usually don't really care. But when the market is in a consolidation range, yeah, I tend to highlight it as well. So you can clearly see that around this zone, we have seen multiple touch points, right? So we have seen it here. Body closes above here. Below here. A clear rejection point here. Multiple body closures above here. Right? A break, including another closure above. A rejection above. Or from below. And again, once, you know. Again, we're now back at that same level. So it has a significant amount of touch points already. And yeah, we're still trading below it, so you know. At the same time, fam, we are honestly now potentially, you know, developing somewhat of an entry model 1, if you guys can see it. But in order to take this setup and go for then what we call the wick fill, right? This is what we usually then trade. You have that massive wick. You develop the confirmations. You have your entry model 1. You take your setup. You wait for that next 30-minute candle to develop. That's the third candle. That's your entry candle. It creates an entry model 1 setup. And you put your stop loss above the daily resistance. And then you target, obviously, the wick. Like somewhat of a wick fill. So this is, in my opinion, reasonable if we close below the 2372.89, so 2273 again within the next, you know, closure. And then the dollar needs to really, show itself, holding or finding some support, or at least starting to consolidate, and not really, breaking below these levels, because then, the dollar is just too weak. So the dollar needs to push for that to happen here. So we'll see. We'll see if you close, but if not, then invalidate it. But if you do see a double wick confirmation and a closure below, yeah, then the third candle is an entry candle. Yeah. And if you close above the daily resistance, then yeah, you're closing above series levels as well. So you're probably, there is a chance you might flip this into support. And for these daily resistance levels especially in ranges, you don't need these volume levels specifically. For anything else, we tend to use it. Trades by Stark says 50% of the wick fill sounds reasonable. Yeah, maybe. It's a massive wick, but if the dollar is weak, then gold is not gonna come down, right? If the dollar stays weak and there is no impulse from the dollar or whatever, even though the NFP itself came out positive for the dollar, then yeah, that's definitely something. So yeah, man, wow. Well, it gives me a good feeling that somebody sniped it with a key level. Seems like want to close the 1 hour candle above that swing major. May still play around the 23.68 for the next 1-2 hours more. Want to close an hourly candle above that swing major. That initial swing, correct? Yeah, maybe. For now, at least, we're... in order to really break that swing, you have to take consideration that you have to break all the way above the 23.88. But the biggest, the most amount of volume was traded internally in this range, not up here. So when price breaks above, I'm less worried about the top. I'm much more serious about this range. So if you zoom in, this range itself. So this is just that consolidation, and you manipulate up and you start breaking down, right? So this is where most of the volume was initially traded. These were just the moves to manipulate price and reverse down. Layla says Ronak rather said the NFP buy limit analysis this morning in the LTA trading floor chat. Yes, indeed, he did. He did. I've seen it. Yeah, these guys are coming together in the trading floor every day. It's beautiful, man. Yeah, I wanted to do some shout outs as well. Let's see what we have here, my friend. Yo, Road to 200k, my G. How are you, brother?
Yo.
You good?
Yeah, we took short on a gold
Oh, you closed it right away? You took profits?
Yep. We just smashed like 100
Gee,
people or something like that.
gee, nice. So how's it going, bro? I saw that
Yep.
you were. I couldn't see it that much, but I saw that you were showing your track records, or at least your spreadsheet in Notion. How's it going so far, bro?
It's so far so good. Notion is very useful and like way too clean, and you can manage everything you can here. So our army is starting interesting to build like this kind of.
Yeah,
that's a good looking spreadsheet.
looking good, man.
Yeah.
Might be something for the future, bro. Might be something for everyone here in the group. So
For sure. I would definitely want to share this template, and some of the guys are already asking me, and
yeah,
I just followed some of the YouTube video
all
to
right,
follow up the tutorial.
cool, bro.
And every trades you can individually track your records, what your analysis and what's correlations, and what's the lower time analysis, and yeah, the
Looking
actual
professional, bro.
trade.
Looking professional. I'll
Yep.
see you soon. See you soon.
Soon.
Yeah, it's dope. All right, gold's pushing, right? Yeah, let's see where we close it. Yeah, shout out to my man, Road to 200K. He's helping a lot of guys out in the community as well now. Yeah, his spreadsheet looks amazing. Yeah, he trades LTA, yeah. Fully LTA. He trades on the lower time frames, I believe, more. But he trades every instrument, everything. Yeah, this closure is going to be important, fam. Because a closure could also lead into a rejection closure. If you get rejected, that's yeah, it's not a good sign. Or at least not for gold. Maybe for us, but not for gold. Yeah. Road to 200K, yes. So yeah, man. Your key levels, his entry models, everything is on point. Yeah, he's a great example. He's a great example. Any possibility of gold hitting the all-time high? Well, it's funny that you say that because we're gonna release a report, a fundamental report, which consists of all the data. We're talking about, you know, as much data as possible. Practically the data that's publicly available on the internet. And that is shared with us, okay? Which is much more than you think, actually. No, yeah, gold is relatively interesting now. So yeah, a lot of things are possible. I know a lot of guys are extremely bearish on gold. But no, it's very interesting. In the long term, then, right? In the long term. And when I say long term, I'm talking about the next 6 to 12 months. This is what I mean. So that's actually not even that long, but you know, to put it in retrospect, 6 to 12 months. Kalista Trading says, what up at LTA? Sorry I'm late. Really couldn't manage to be here at the beginning. Don't worry, my friend. Don't worry. See you next time, all right? See you Monday, Tuesday, 7:45. I appreciate your message. Okay. Hey, still rejection, G's. It is still a rejection. Yeah, we're still looking at a rejection right now at the moment. So, listen, if we flip this candle, or we close below the fixed POC here, which is possible in 12 minutes, and the third candle creates a wick and it flips the lows, let's say, then I'm definitely willing to look for a short. Can you explain me to why you didn't go short when he hit 2380? Did you listen to the analysis at the beginning? Have you seen what we did at the beginning? Let me know. If not, go back to the beginning, because then you will see the bigger picture, or at least the way we look at the markets. And then you know what we're looking at right now as well. I was like, oh shit, is the dollar pushing up now? It's like, you see, you have to make sure, guys, that if you invert your chart, that you actually put it back. Because I have been, I made that mistake before. Let's put it this way. So yeah, put it back. Do you also give attention to fundamentals, or is LTA technical based system only? No, we gave a lot more attention to fundamentals. That's why we have a complete report coming out today. And that report will be coming out once a month. It's an updated report with all the data, so economic data, you name it, you name it. So today's the release. Looking forward to share it. I can show it on stream in a second, I think. So okay. So that 30-minute candle will be closing in 9 minutes now. We are getting pushed back. I think the highest we came was into the... Let's confirm this on the lower time frame. Yeah, okay, that's good. So yeah, man, if you start closing below the fixed POC, then the next 30-minute candle will be potentially short entry for me here, and then placing my stop below the previous wick, and then I'm going for a wick fill. A wick fill setup. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good start though. It is a good start. Let's see how we develop. Can you show it, please? Never been trading fundamentals before. Yeah, we can show it in a second, my man. I'm waiting for it, and then we'll reshare it in a second. Bailey says, I think we can buy back at 23.67 if it reaches that level. Think about that. Yeah, maybe. But think about the wick below now. All right. Think about that massive expansion up. You know, it might leave us some rest liquidity we can take out and then, you know, do whatever. The 1 minute candle looks like the power of 3. Yeah, well, we do have that. Yeah, you do have that consolidation here. If you start breaking the lows, yeah. It's similar. It's actually very similar. But yeah, I definitely want to see that 30-minute closure and then the next candle. Bailey is much more difficult to go short from there rather than to go long, since the liquidity is swiped below and it will go up more. Yeah, so think about the daily resistance though. Okay. The daily resistance has been established around this zone. It has been very tough to break. Every time we tapped into it, you know, it was very, very hard to break. So, you know, if you see a multiple hourly candle close or 30-minute candle closes below it, it kind of gets interesting. And what tends to happen also a lot is that when you see somewhat of a consolidation, this is the NFP though, right? You come down, and I do agree with you, it's a massive move up. It might leave us with that rest liquidity as well to just go for somewhat of a wick fill, build some structure, and then make a new move. So it's definitely something I'm willing to take. At the same time, if you go to the 4-hour time frame as well, you know, we're still trading below this high, this swing point right here. And that overall zone, this you know, it's an important moment. We swiped up, we came down. This was the NFP day. Funny enough, this is the NFP day. So, you know, previous NFP was much more aggressive, but yeah, we're back at the highs of the previous NFP. And yeah. We can also take the highs and go back up to 2411. Uh, 2411, I will have to see later on. But if you go all the way back up here and you manipulate and take out these highs, and we're looking at the 2411, yeah, then we have to talk about this bigger range. Yeah, that's the next step, right? That means that we want to see at least like a daily closure above here. That is still around 400 pips from our current price level. Yeah, almost 400 pips. So yeah. Gold has a hard time. Yeah, we've done polls before. We've done polls before, but you know, you can also just simply look at the retail sentiment. Official Chef said, just joined the live. Did you take trades during the news? Good to see you, my G. But it takes you like, I think, 1 second to go to the beginning of the stream to see it for yourself. My G, I'm still in. In what? In a short, in a long? Yeah, it is a pretty big stop though, let's be honest. If that would be the trade, it's a pretty big stop. Yeah, the potential, of course, is bigger to go for a wick or at least to come back inside of this range. Someone there, let's see, that's just around. Yeah, that's still fine. Should I go long? I mean, you're under daily resistance. You're getting rejected from it. You have been rejected from multiple times. So if you are going to go long now, then just take in consideration that you are longing below daily resistance. So if you anticipate a breakout, then yes, you can go long. If that's your analysis. But at least pay attention to it. Okay? Because this is where you are now. You're right there, okay? So it's up to you to decide if that makes sense for you, to go long below it or underneath it. If I see a flip here, potentially, then yeah, we might to look for that hourly setup potentially. You know, there is a chance of a breakthrough moment where you start breaking the lows here and you start continuing drive price further down into the range again. You know, if you start closing above the daily resistance, like a strong closure, yeah, I think sells are definitely invalidated. Do you ever look at smaller time frames like the 5 minute, 3 minute, or 1 minute? Yes, for sure. Most definitely, most definitely. Yeah, let's check it out right now. Okay. Nothing too crazy. Higher highs, higher lows. We had that breakdown. We broke out. We're holding up. Still holding up really well. So yeah, in order to really shift, you want to see that transition. You want to take out the lows first. So what's the current status for gold? Gold is holding up very strong. It is very strong, but it's also in daily resistance. And because it's in daily resistance, it just has a very hard time. So the only thing you can do here is wait. And just wait for a climax. At some point, price is going to deviate from the resistance, either from, you know, it's going to either flip into support or it's going to get rejected from, you know, one of our key levels, and it just, you know, it's going to come back or pull back potentially. So that's the only thing that you can do. TP touched, yeah, but anyways, man, Ronak, my man, are you watching? Good job today, brother. I know it's the news, anything can happen, right? We talked about this also. But, you know, you shared this before and you were also transparent. You also said, hey, listen, I didn't enter on a real account. I know you're studying LTA. And that's exactly what we want to see. So keep it up. Desmond is in the Australian dollar US dollar long. From the swing very low. Entry model 1 on the break. Shout out to Desmond. Hey guys, I have one more question. Which type of account should I open on Vantage? You know, how much money do you have? I'm always asking the same questions. How much money do you have? And what type of trader are you? Are you a swing trader, a day trader, or a scalper? "30-minute opened without a bottom wick." Very small wick, very small wick. Day trader and 15k. Okay, raw ECN. A raw ECN account. Yeah, because you're not holding trades too long. So if you're not holding it longer than 2 days, then you know, you don't need a no swap account. So a raw ECN account is good because you don't have high spreads. Rather than that, you pay commissions, but because you have you know, a decent amount of money to work with, these commissions are fine. Lorenzo, should I invalidate entry model 1 if one wick is long and the reversal is one? The reversal one is the tiny and very noticeable. You mean entry? So candle number 1 is long and then the second candle is tiny and very noticeable. I will be cautious, yeah. It depends on what time frame you're talking about. Anything higher than a 30-minute, I will be cautious. Anything lower than a 30-minute, I mean, you know. Candles open on, you know, with no bottom wick and no top wick all the time below the 50-minute. So I'm not really that you know, worried about these type of candles on the lower time frame. Where it gets serious for me is the 30-minute, 1 hour. You know, this is where I pay more attention to. Okay, so if price doesn't you know, move and it moves without a bottom or a top wick, there's many chances where it comes down to fill it before moving up again. In this case. Too long says just buy. It's a trend line, bro. Make it stronger. You're looking at this trend line, right? Yeah, okay. So if this is your buys now, just again, you know, where do we close this hourly candle? Is it above the daily resistance or is it below it? Yeah, there's definitely some upside potential. Let's stay realistic here. You can definitely see it based upon the weakness of the 10-year. I think it will give you the same chart. Let's look on the 1 hour. It will give you the same chart. Yeah, practically the same chart. So, you know, the next resistance is indeed there. And it is there. So, yeah, we might push up slightly more. Yeah, let's see where we close it. But you're gonna eventually tap into this high, which is actually a low. You invert it, of course. But yeah, the chart looks identical right now. So yeah. Yeah, the reason why I think we saw a strong rejection there was first because you tapped into this high as well. So I have to really invert it. You tapped into this range, and you came into that exact zone here. So price came down towards the lows. It really needs to start breaking below it. It really needs to start breaking below, because if this is gonna bounce again, then gold's gonna do the same thing again, and it's gonna just come down. So we're pushing up now, like we see. This one is pushing down. If this one finds support here again, if this one finds support, then there is a big chance that gold will still face resistance from this level, from this high, right? The same thing as you see with this zone. It's practically the same. There we go. Was it this one? It's on a 30-minute. Yeah, so it's still not there yet for buys, in my opinion. We're gonna find out. Do you have any other words of wisdom for passing a funded account? I get so close every time, but I find a way to rack it before I just pass. Yeah, man. So instead of just focusing on the, you know, trying to pass your account and really are focusing on your balance, just be more patient and focus more on the process of trading. Because I know how it feels when you're like 1 or 2% away from your target. You're like, oh man, I'm so close. And then you lose a trade and you're like, ah shit, I was so close. I was so close. And then you get back again and you lose a trade again and you start hovering around below it and you're like, ah man, Let me just get it over with. And then you start risking more, or you start taking trades faster because you're excited about passing your account, and therefore you start taking more trades. All these things combined could lead into disaster, like a massive, massive disaster. So patience, my friend, process, follow the process, and just train yourself to be, you know, strong. And just don't focus too much on passing your challenge, my friend. Even though that's the goal, the process is what matters. Because you're gonna continue the trades regardless. With a new account, you start, you know, to continue the process, right? That never changes. But man, how much I've seen that around me, and also in our group, in our LTA community, where people are, you know, very close to passing their challenges, and then you know, something happens, man, something, and I get it, man. It could change your life. Why not? Right? It's massive. It's massive. I'm looking for buy setups or sell. So the last thing I want to look at is this closure. Closing above daily resistance. We haven't done that yet. This will be the first time you close above it. We're talking serious levels, right? This one right here will be the first time you tap into this range. Any closure inside is for sure an invalidation of sells. Anything before that could have been a rollover, right? Potentially looking for rollovers right now, but now we're smashing through it. So if you close an hourly candle above it, that gives then at least more confidence for buys rather than sells. Sells are then not the best idea anymore. In this case, anything is possible in the next 15 minutes, especially if you look at this candle. But yeah, let's see where we close. That's been a while, fam. Wow, you guys remember that? It was fun. It was a good time, though. It was a good time. It was a good time, you know? I enjoyed that. I actually enjoyed that period of time. Like, I was testing something for YouTube. Eventually live streaming, I just started to miss the live streams too much and the live trading too much and just the enjoyment with the community. It was worth it though. It was worth it. It was nice. Funny. And you got a tax claim for a 70-inch TV. A 90-inch, man. A 90-inch TV. Yeah, it doesn't look that big, but it's massive. It's huge. Okay, so even though we're pushing up here, that one body closure will help tremendously. Some guys are buying now, regardless of the daily resistance. But I think a closure is pretty reasonable. Even though I would have much preferred to sell, to be honest. And to go for some of a wick fill trade and look for that retracement, new consolidation, or move down, new consolidation, and then an expansion again, or whatever. How did you do all these fixed on these swings? My value high is at 23.75. It's a fixed level, right? So it's not a... oh, you mean it's... Okay. Yeah, you avoid the bigger candle. So try to avoid the big candle pushing down here. Really take it from the inside, okay? Because these candles that come in and come out are irrelevant. Because they have nothing to do with the range. They can only distract you from the range and from the data itself. So what we're looking for is the candle before that major move and the candle after that move. Rosangela says I have 3 cells now. 2373, 2378 and 2384. All right, good luck, Rosangela, or sorry, Rosangela. Good luck. I mean, this could flip. This could flip. I mean, we haven't closed this hourly candle yet. So if it flips, you're done. You're set. Yeah. Right now, waiting for closure. Yeah, man. Well, the glasses didn't help, but anyways, it's good to have these glasses again. The OGs know what I'm talking about. You know, it increases our win rate with around 5-6% on average. Let's get 1,000 likes. You can do it, guys. Jolene, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. 1,000 likes and 100,000 subs, please. No stress, though. No stress. No stress. Brandon says, quick question. Wondered if you can help me, Lorenzo, when drawing the fixed range profile. Could you use to identify the current day, POC, for example? I'm not a big fan of the current day because what I realized is this, okay? The current week, beautiful, right? Today, beautiful. Ronak, one more time, shout out to Ronak, right? What he did, beautiful, right? He took these LTA setups or key levels. He took the current weekly value high. He placed a limit there, boom, done. For the day though, the problem with the day is because the day is constantly changing. So this is a day and it could happen. And then you have your key level here. Let's say it's here. This is your key level. And then you have some new price movement in the same day, like this. And now your key level is up there. And then it starts moving, coming down. And now your key level is there. So every time it's changing around. And it just doesn't make it as reliable from my backtesting, because I've done a lot of backtesting, as when the day is fully closed. So when the day is opened and fully closed. Completely different ball game. Completely different. Okay? So for that particular reason, I try to avoid the current day, and that's also the main reason why for you guys, I didn't put the current day in our in our profiles, in our contents here. And it's only the weekly, the daily, but the previous daily or the early previous daily, it's not the current daily. Whereas we use the current weekly because you have 4 daily closures already in this case, right? For today. Sometimes I take the Friday, but it's not always. It's rarely. So that makes sense, my G. But that's the main reason why we don't use, or at least I have not integrated current daily levels, because they constantly change. I did notice it wasn't in the ebook, that's why. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, I've tested it a bunch, man. Trust me, I've back tested this shit a lot, and I was not satisfied. I was not satisfied. Yeah. Dollar index is very bullish. Price where gold is bullish. Dollar index is pushing up. Yeah, yeah. The dollar is pushing up. All right, we're seeing some action here. That came a little bit late, but the dollar is reacting now. That's interesting. Yeah. The thing is, so let's imagine this. So the daily resistance is something that we cannot ignore. I think we can all agree on that. That this daily key level here is something that we cannot ignore here. Okay. So depending on the hourly, if this hourly candle closes above it, then you have a hourly candle closure above that major daily level, which is at 23.76, and that means that you might flip that into support. Or you react from it at least. So you want to close below that. At least this is what I would like to see. I want to see a closure below. Just confirm that this is just potentially indeed a rejection point. And yes, you can fall back into it and break below it, but then you just need to wait longer. Because in this case, if that's the scenario and you start closing above it, yeah, then it's definitely a sign that you might flip it into support. And if you short before that, you might short into support. Similar as when you potentially short or long into resistance as well. So if we close above here, then for me potentially shorts is just out of the window unless you just reclaim back your key levels and you start retracing and coming down, breaking structure and looking further downside. One thing is sure, is indeed that the dollar is making a move. Let's see if this is a sustainable move or if this is just a sporadic move. For now, it seems like a strong move. But we have been rejected here twice as well. So gold seems to be holding up very well. So if you close above it, I might probably will not take a trade. If you close below it, I'm highly anticipating shorts, Dollar getting stronger, but again, we got rejected here before. with the NFP news. The reason why I just anticipate daily levels on in this case, I'm usually not utilizing daily levels as much, but because we're in a range. Alright, so for example, daily levels here are usually not my, not something that I'm really, thinking about or worried about too often, right? I use volume profiles for that. I giving me exact levels. But in a range like this, it's easy to just utilize these levels and see what's happening here, because there's no denying that you've seen so many reactions from it, and also some fake outs as well. And how do you reduce fake outs? Closures, candle closures. So that's why, it will give us a much better confirmation. Yeah, so some people entered shorts now. Other people entered longs before any closures around it. But yeah, no, I have to say gold is holding up quite strong now, even though the dollar is pushing up, and the 10-year is recovering a little bit. You want to see gold reacting heavy towards that push from the dollar, right? But if the dollar doesn't do that, or sorry, if gold doesn't really respond to the dollar being stronger here, but it does respond when the dollar is weaker, and that implies that just, gold is just holding up very well. So closures are super important. There is always a scenario where you can flip it into support and safely look for buys, but that will take more time. This is just not now at the moment. So that just needs more time. You need to come down, you need to push. There are scenarios where you could say, okay, I'm going to enter a buy when it closes and I put my stop below it. It's more dynamic entry. But you're going to have a really big stop loss. And I'm not sure if that's something that you're interested in. Because a pullback is definitely something that can occur, especially on a daily level. ACT Forex recommended your channel. He streams London session. All right. Okay, so we have disclosure above. The dollar is pushing up, it's not really reacting, so I think gold is way too strong here. Yeah. So the only thing that you could do is wait for this retest and look for these continuation plays. Unless you are able to have a big stop loss and put your stops below the lows. But that's going to be a huge stop loss because you're going to have a 130 pip stop loss. It's going to ruin your risk reward, right? At least this is what I would say. Unless you're a really momentum trader on the lower time frame, but that's pretty random. That's pretty random. So I think it would be better off if you focus on smaller time frame, quick scalps, my opinion, Lorenzo. Or we have been killing it, bro. Trust me, if you zoom out, we have been killing it. So no, we have to keep doing what we're doing here. Yeah. If you want to do an actual scalping session on the lower time frame, like on the 1 minute, I'm all in for that. I'm all in for scalping on a 1 minute time frame. Also, to just have some fun, because we have done this before. We have done maybe, I think 100 streams where we scalped on the 1 minute time frame. Was a good time, I'm not gonna lie, it was a good time. Yeah. Alphabet, I said I lost my trade in a spike down. It went past my break even. Can I get money back? No, unfortunately, bro, that's a news event. That's unfortunate. But no, brokers usually don't give your money back when that happens. Yeah. Especially if you were right? We're aiming for sales, price moves down 200 pips or whatever. And you're not able to take profits because you instantly recover. That's usually, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. But anyways, fam, based upon this formation, I think we need much more time now for it to develop. If we move close below, then we would instant sells. We had instant sell opportunities back into the range. But because we closed above the highs here, above the daily resistance now, we need a little bit more time to develop here to show us potential scenarios where we can come back. Right, and if you are shorting now, then yeah, hopefully you see a daily closure below, or sorry, an hourly closure below again. Which then kind of invalidates, you know, everything, and that could mean that you might be lucky with the 4-hour candle, right? Yeah, yeah. And the dollar is pushing though, yeah. That's the interesting part. Dollar is starting to push now. But I'm not a big fan of reacting. It didn't react until the hourly closure. The next hourly candle opens up. Now it's reacting. Now it's reacting to the dollar. But now you have this daily resistance there. Now you have that level there to take into consideration potentially. So yeah, hopefully we come down for some people that took shorts there. Because I know there were some guys that took shorts. But, you know, the annoying part is that you now have the daily resistance of 23.76 right below it. So, you know, there is a chance you flip that into support, blah, blah, blah. So, in order to now look for shorts, you need that confirmation. Same for longs, you need to at least see that next candle closure. And I think it's going to be, you know, way too long of a stream. It's going to be already pretty late as well. So, yeah. Gold 2, I think, is going to test the bottom wick. We'll find out too. Okay, we'll find out. We'll find out. But what we're gonna do, fam, we're gonna give away access to our group, so you can join us in the live trading floor throughout London. Okay. We have our guy in here, crushing it every day. We have Desmond as well. I come in there on a day-to-day basis. I do some educational sessions, or I trade there. You know, we have a bunch of guys in there right now and they're killing it. So we're going to do a giveaway. It's the end of the week. I think you guys deserve it. You know, we have been holding up tight here with you guys. So yes, man, let's set up a giveaway here. Just to give access to our group. And that will mean that you will also get access to our fundamental report. That fundamental report is coming out very soon. Okay, maybe in an hour or something like that. Okay, so you're gonna have a full fundamental report for gold. All the information. We're talking ETFs in and outflows, central bank data, COT data, you know, macroeconomic data, a conclusion based upon the fundamentals. Everything that you need to know about gold, the fundamentals behind gold particularly, are going to be explained there. If you're a scalper, irrelevant to you. Let's be honest, irrelevant to you. But if you want to be aware of it, you know, you want to learn, then this is pretty awesome. So, yeah, man, let's set it up. Let's set it up. Yeah, our private group is closed still, fam. We have no date of opening once again. By the way, on gold now, you're at that daily resistance, right? You're currently sitting right at the daily resistance now. And even though the dollar is now pushing up and it's looking stronger, you know, it's still getting rejected, by the way. It's still not that strong. We're still holding up. So yeah, the daily resistance might be of interest for you. So be aware of that. But anyways, let's do it. Yeah, man, let's just do it. Yeah, man, just put something in the chat. Let's go. Let's do it once. Not gonna help you. You're not gonna have a higher chance if you spam. It's not gonna work out. Okay? It's not gonna work out. But what you need to do is you need to open a customer support ticket, and then we can give you access right away. Okay? I get some of your details, and I'll add you to the group, and you will have lifetime access. So you know it's a yearly membership. You will have access for a while, so you don't have to worry about that as well. All right, G's. If you're already in our group, okay, then that means that you can also get lifetime access. So you don't, nothing changes, but you don't have to, you don't have to renew your membership or whatever the case may be. Okay. No date when we're gonna open. We have been closed for over a month, and so far so good. So we can do just giveaways once a month. Let's go. All right. Let's set it up. Let's set it up. Yeah. On a Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you had a good week. Let's go. Benito. Hey, that rhymes. That rhymes. My man, congratulations. Shout out to you, my friend. Let me know if you're here. And if you're here, let me know if you're serious about this shit. Because otherwise we're gonna give it to somebody else, And you don't have to say it, you have to show it. You have to be there, you have to step up your game. Otherwise, you know what I mean? You wanna have some serious guys only in our group, like Road to 200K or Desmond or Dominic or Patrick, all right, or Sakosa, all right, Moas, Rafal, these type of guys, Okay, let's do one more. If you're here though, is he here? He's not here. All right, let's roll it again down, G. R9 Rusher, my man. On a beautiful Friday. Hope you are here. I hope you are here. If so, congratulations. Get into our group. Trade with us live during London. If you like to trade multiple pairs. Nice. Okay, well, fantastic. I got you, bro. Send me a message in Discord. Not personally, customer support ticket. Okay, one more. Sniper. Oh damn, that's Sniper Yowo. Jowo. All right. GG indeed. GG indeed. Yeah, GG indeed, my friend. Okay, congrats. Choppy, guys. Be careful. Any closure below, looking for shorts. Any further closure above, you might be holding support here. But the dollar is coming back. The dollar is coming back. It's just gonna take at least an hour more for it to develop before we can look for shorts here. It's gonna take too long. All right, G's. Yo, thank you fam for the week. Overall good week again, right? We started the week better. Nothing too crazy, but at least, we're back. We're warming up again. That's good. All right. So next week is going to be amazing. We have the CPI coming. Looking forward to the CPI release. CPI is one of my favorite news events, better than the NFP for me personally. So I'm really looking forward to that. And hope to see you tomorrow. Not tomorrow, sorry, it's already Friday. 7:45 a.m. New York time. 15 minutes earlier than usual. Be there. We're gonna come with our analysis here. We're gonna be very on point. Next week, we're no more joking around here. No more joking around here. Okay? Key levels, once again, proven today. Beautiful. Shout out to Ronak. And I'll see you guys soon. Alright? Take care, G's. Shalas. Ciao.
Hey. Yeah. Let's see how you do under pressure. Oh. Yeah. I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Fuck with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on it and next. Fuck this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that, this is big as it gets. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Yeah. Oh shit, they don't let me shoot a whole clip. Firepower in this coalition. We just turned the field into a demolition. It was desolate, but I had premonition. I was training for war, every exhibition, every extra mission, every enemy listening. Get off my dick, I got bad intentions. Make it right every wrong, and I'm back with a vengeance. I show you the ropes. Peace in my town, I can show you the coast. Up in the shots if they wanted to smoke. If you know, then you know. Suited up, bitch, my whole team do the same. Don't you forget who created the game. Ready for war, I was born with grenades. The trenches where soldiers are made. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever.